Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Canadian Retro. I've got a 100 subscriber contest for Bill Benton that I'm putting together a video for. Really great YouTuber, like I always do these things for. I always basically am telling you the same stuff about these guys, man. Like, you gotta go check out their channels. I've shouted out Bill in the past. We've done trades in the past. He's a really awesome YouTuber. If you ever get the chance to do a trade with Bill, you're in seriously good luck. I mean, he's a man of his word, basically. His videos are super entertaining. He always has like a story or something like that that goes along with a lot of his pickups, which I really appreciate when I'm taking a look at his videos, to see all that kind of content and things like that go along with it. It's really the stories that, you know, bring out a person's personality when it comes to their collections and stuff like that, and the reason why they're getting things. And so that's something I really appreciate about his channel. So if you haven't checked out Bill's channel, you definitely need to. I put links down in my videos before for him, but if this is the first thing you're hearing about him or anything like that, go over, check out his channel. If you're hesitant about doing things like that, I'm guarantee you won't be disappointed if you head over there. So like I said below, I'll put the links and everything like that, and I'll get started actually for his 100 subscriber contest here. First of all, man, I'd like to say congratulations. It's a tough road, I think, getting to 100 to start with. There's a lot of channels out there, and every single sort of small channel is vying for a very small population of people that want to expand their area of interest, as far as like watching people's pickups and stuff like that. So it's hard to get to that 100. I think it took me quite a while actually to get to 100, and after that, things sort of snowballed a little bit as far as you know, getting subscribers and things like that. That's not really what it's all about. It's not about really the amount of subscribers you have, it's the quality of subscribers. And I'd like to think that the close to 500 that my channel has accumulated over the course of a year and a half are really quality people. People watching, commenting and things like that are all really great quality. And I'm sure the 100 that you're sort of approaching, they're great quality people as well. I see the comments people leave on your videos, always tons of positive stuff, and obviously the reason for that is you're a super positive guy. So that's really where it shines for that. Now I'll actually get to, instead of babbling on here, I will get to my answer to his question. Now the question for his contest is, what basically got you into collecting video games, as far as like collecting retro stuff and things like that, is the way I sort of interpret this. Now, I've always played video games ever since I was a little kid. Like, I remember back in the day going over to my aunt and uncle's house and playing. They had an Atari, they had a ColecoVision, so I was playing those systems way back in the day before I even had a system. First system I ever had was an NES. That was the system in our house, and I'm really trying to remember how we got that system. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a gift given to me. It must have been something given to my brother, because that's usually the way that things worked, because my brother was a little bit older than I was. So I think it was a gift that was given to him, probably for like Christmas or something like that. I can't totally remember exactly how we got that, but that was the first system that we had in the household. And basically my fondest memories come from playing that system, just because that's when my brother and I used to sit down and play video games a lot with each other and things like that. Whereas when we grew older, my brother's a few years older than I am, so you know, when he was sort of in high school and I was still sort of playing NES kind of games and he was doing his high school stuff kind of thing, and then, you know, when I got older and he got sort of, when I got older and I was sort of in high school, then he was on to college and things like that. So I sort of missed the time when we were younger and we got to sit together and play video games like we did when we had the NES. But that's sort of the system that I have like a real fond memory for, just because of that kind of factor. And for me, when I started retro collecting and all this stuff that you can see behind me and all the stuff you can't see that's sort of lining this part of the room, really came about by me walking into a thrift shop one day. It was a Goodwill right close to my house. I walked in and there was an NES system sitting there, and there was a game in it. Obviously it was like Mario Duck Hunt kind of thing, and that sort of kick-started my whole collecting physical media. Now, I did do emulation and stuff like that in the past, but I never really spent a lot of time with emulators playing games. I sort of you know, like I'd get a Super Nintendo emulator, but I'd never really play like a lot of the games. I'd like end up putting just like Bust a Move or something like that in there, and just playing like a puzzle game or Tetris, that kind of thing. Like I just wasn't really putting a lot of time and effort into the whole emulation aspect of it. I really didn't like sitting, I guess, at the computer playing those games. It doesn't have the same sort of feeling as hanging out on a couch and having the original system and stuff like that. So I never really experienced a lot of the games. So what got me really into it, and especially the cartridge-based stuff, is with the NES getting me back into collecting. I really started going nuts on that, and that was really where I started, and that's what I was going to be my focus. I wasn't really planning on branching out into other systems. I was just going to focus on the NES, but then obviously by going through thrift shops, I wasn't really running into a lot of NES stuff. I was running into a ton of other things though, and then I was finding like Super Nintendo stuff, and I'm like, oh, this is cool, and then I started getting into that. It just sort of snowballed into basically collecting the more common of the retro kind of system sort of thing. So that really is what snowballed my interest in collecting for the NES. Kind of started with that nostalgia factor for me, and then actually just running into a system while I was in a thrift shop one day, and just sort of springboarded and blew up into, like I was saying, what you can see behind you here and all the other stuff in the numerous pickup videos that I do, and that's all the stuff I pick up. So you can see how crazy I've gone on that collecting sort of thing since that year and a half has been up now. Part of that also was what got you uploading videos to YouTube and things like that. And for that particular aspect of things, when I started collecting for the NES, I was looking up videos, and then in doing so, like checking out different games, things like that, because I wanted to collect for the system. Things that I wasn't aware of, because while I did have the system back in the day, of course I didn't have the entire catalog of games and things like that. So I was sort of checking out different videos and things like that, and I ran across like the usual suspects like Pat the NES Punk, AVGN, just like a variety of different people basically. And I started seeing like the pickup videos and things like that people were doing, and that branched out to other channels as well. In my subscriber list of channels I'm actually subscribed to, I probably have like over like 500 channels that I'm actually subscribed to. All of them are to do with video game stuff. There might be a couple that have snuck their way in there that don't have to do with retro video game collecting, but honestly, like I don't watch all that content. But when I sort of saw those guys doing their videos and stuff like that, I was like, this is something I'm really interested in, but I didn't really feel like I wanted to start a channel yet or anything like that. I didn't really have a setup for doing that. And if you check out my first videos, like it's not even set up down here at all. Even right now, this area of my house is not totally complete yet. Like I still have to put in a washroom and stuff like that. That area right back here is actually going to be a bar for drinks and stuff like that as well. But like that stuff's not done yet, and I have to totally rearrange this room. But back when I started the videos, I had nothing that was set up in the house really to do that. So I was filming things like upstairs in the living room, which really wasn't conducive to doing quality videos or anything like that. I also had sections where I was using these shelves here because those shelves, if you're not aware of it from my videos, those actually pull out and there's storage in behind there. I actually had them unfinished, and I was using, I was setting up my camera on top of one of the shelves and filming myself. That's sort of the beginnings of my channel. That's probably the first like 20 videos or so where I'm doing things like that and filming in this room, and basically it was empty and stuff like that. So I wasn't totally set up originally, and we were finishing the basement, getting all the trappings and everything done down here, so I didn't really have the time to really start my channel. And once all that settled down and I got some furniture down here like the couch and things like that, then I was able to really get that kick started and get things going. So that's what really started me. Now my first video is totally when this basement was unfinished, but my wife actually didn't encourage me to start a channel, but the find that she got encouraged me to make a video. So that was my first video, was something that she found in a Facebook group, I think it was, or I'm pretty sure it was a Facebook group, but she found something, and I went back and I decided, you know what, I found like 20 games for $20 for GameCube, something like that. I can't remember. I think it was like 19 games for $20 or something like that. And that's what really, I said, I gotta show this, like people need to see this, is really cool. So I did that video, and from there I just sort of continued anyways. But this has been an epically long video of me explaining things. Again, Bill, thank you so much for the content on your channel, awesome trades that we've done in the past, future trades that I'm planning on doing with you, things like that. Great channel, keep it up, man. I'm sure the rest of those subs will keep on rolling in. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't subbed to Bill yet, please do. Feel free to thumbs up his videos, comment down below on this one, comment on his videos, and I will see you all later.